exploring the constructive and, well, you can call it deconstructive mindset of ourselves. Okay, let's get into this. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Again, this is another rethinking reality, because that's all this is. A lot of times it's just rethinking a different perspective, a different reality, a different view, okay, a different way to be able to look at things from a different vantage point. I see a lot of people that have very destructive minds, and I see few people that have constructive minds. And what do I mean by that? Remember, this can go deep, so let's just take a few pieces and pull them apart a little bit, unravel them. So the constructive mind, of course, is completely different than the deconstructive mind, okay, or the destructional mind. A lot of people, of course, don't even know they have a constructional mind. That's just the way their mind has been programmed to be. And a lot of people, of course, on the other hand, don't know they have a destructional program that they've learned so well to be either become a victim of the system because of maybe your physical ability, or non-abilities, maybe your looks, maybe your finance, maybe just the way you feel, okay? Remember, there's a lot of different problems, but there's a lot of people that are pretty normal, and the only reason why they become abnormal is because of the destructive mindsets that most people have. And it doesn't just come, remember, this is put on your mind a little bit at a time, destructive. And destructive, again, can be a lot of different things. You could have a destructive mindset because you just don't give a crap what kind of crap you eat. And that's destructive. Because if we had any spiritual background, spiritual just means that everything is special on this place that we live. That's all. It's spiritual. Everything is a miracle, including you and I breathing at this time, because you're not breathing. It's breathing, right? The world, of course, is like everything. A plant, the air, the sun, the moon. Just, I'm speaking, but I have no idea how to speak. I just command this machine to speak. So knowing a lot of different things that are, well, you could call a miracle, like you're not breathing, right? Do I focus my eyes? No, it's a miracle. They focus by themselves. I own a machine. And it's an honor to be able to, well, it's like a new car, right? What do? You take care of it as good as you can, is because you have an investment in it. Your body is exactly like a car. And the more that we were taught that the body is a church, okay, it's your house, it's your earth, it's your universe, and we're supposed to not only take care of ourselves, but take care of the outer part of ourselves too, which is the planet. If only we were taught these things, our minds sometimes wouldn't feel so destructive. Because you can see how most people are very destructive to the places that we live. And I know there's a lot of systems that push us to be destructive, like using certain types of energy. Okay, I used to be in the energy business back in 1999, and I've seen magnetic energy, solar wind turbines. I've seen, instead of flat solar panels, a round ball. Instead of putting all those flat solar panels on your roof, how about just a little round ball from Australia that will give you about 5 kilowatts per ball? It's just a round ball. It sits on top of your roof instead of a flat roof. Okay, that a lot of the solar panels, they're 10, 15, 20% efficient. That's it if you're lucky. Okay, but this solar ball, you only put this on your house. It's an easy installation, and you don't need all that amorphous crystal, all that stuff up there that's, whatever. So anyways, you find out a lot of things that you're really trying to do on this place is just to try to be good. That's all. Be good to yourself. Remember, it's a mindset. Instead of being destructive to yourself, and that would mean maybe not taking care of yourself, not working out, not drinking enough water. Remember, the body's a machine. You can say it's a body, that just means that you don't know what it is, but I call it the Cyborgus Organicus, Series 64. This is a machine. It's a beautiful avatar that I, the dreamer, okay, I'm perfectly seamed with this avatar, so I can dream it on a multi-dimensional level. I can move my fingers and play the piano and maybe sing a song too. That's multi-dimensional. Some people have these abilities and some people don't. Remember, mindset is very important when you're living in a place that wants to really tell you how to think instead of teach you how to think. Teaching you how to think is very constructive, right? How to think, not what to think. Teaching you what to think is very destructive, is because, well, most of the stuff that we're taught is just pure, as they'd say in Europe, it's poppycock. That's just what it is. So, you know, when you're born into this planet here, well, your brain is erased. Okay, you have nothing. You're amnesic. You don't have any software programs. You have a computer, the Series 64 Cyborg, this machine, but it has no software programs. So we need to go ahead and install different software programs in this machine, in your mind, to be able to make you a functional person of the Matrix. If not, you're just worthless. Got to teach you how to speak, teach you how to wipe your arse in the right direction. We have to teach you maybe what to eat or what we want you to eat, how to act, what to be interested in. A lot of things. Remember, a mindset is an individualized thing, but a lot of people, they have collective mindsets, and it's very important to know the difference. We are individuals, and of course we're part of the collective, but you can't change the collective. No matter how much praying you do, how many things you do to try to help the collective, can't help the collective, because the collective, remember, most of the people, they're part of what's called the herd. And if the rest of the herd does good, then, well, the whole herd does pretty good. But if the herd starts doing not so good, and that's a lot of people, then the herd starts to go ahead and fight with each other. So, anyways, like I said, there's a lot of different ways. It's deep in this realm that we live in. Okay, a mindset, especially if you live in the United States. Okay, I mean, my generation was really taught to have some morals and some ethics. The television shows we watched, the music we listened to whatever it was, it taught us a lot of things in a good way. We were taught morals, we were taught that ethics, we were taught to open up the door for people, woman or man, doesn't matter. Open the door for them, hold it open for a second. It's just it's a thought of gratitude, not that you can't get the door yourself. No, I'm going in and I don't need to slam it in your face. Shut it back here, go ahead, and you can go before me. Why? It's because that's the way I was taught. So, you know, going back to the mindset of, remember, the system wants to tell you how to think instead of you think for yourself. And thinking for yourself means that you may have to have what's called critical thinking, which means you may have to question a lot of things just because you don't understand them. Okay, it doesn't mean you don't believe them. I don't understand that we came from monkeys. Can you show that to me? I don't understand that, well, I'm driving in Hawaii right now, and, well, I'm driving my car sideways. It's because I'm on the side of the earth, right? I'm driving sideways because I'm on the side of the earth. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, when I'm in Australia, you know, I know, loses people. But it's just a reality for you to think. And the smarter you are, of course, the more, well, information that you'll pull back and say, yeah, that's called gravity theory, right? Evolution theory, Darwinism theory, string theory, physics theory, how the eyeball moves is a theory, how a blade of grass grows is a theory. How does your heart work? Well, we watch it. We name PQ, RST waves and electrical such and such. It pumps a little bit, but it actually is an electrical center. But, well, we don't know how it works, especially in symbionts with everything else, and how it connects and how it overrides, underrides. Remember, pumps faster, pumps slower, pumps a little more electricity, a little less. How does it work? Anyways, it's all theory. It's real simple. Your mindset is, when you're younger, you're very confused, is because the system wants to pull you into the system that it wants you to be pulled into. It's it. And you'll feel that you'll have to fall into that niche just to feel that you're welcome with the other people, that most of them follow the theme of what's being pushed. If you have critical thinking, remember, that means you have two brains activated. That means you have internal dialogue within your mind. And you may not have that. You may not dream either. Remember, these are all part of the things to be human, is to be able to have critical thinking. Means internal dialogue with your minds, two minds. Remember, you have a left hemisphere, right hemisphere. Okay? You have a pineal gland, which is the interdimensional gland, and this sets your mind set. It sets it. And if these things aren't working together, as your heart does not work with the rest of your body and actually send electricity to every living cell in the body and keep it in a certain homeostasis of temperature, fluid regulation, hey, you can think about peeing right now, right, or going to the bathroom, only because you can override, just like I can override my breath. But it's going to go ahead and tell you, the body, remember, it's a separate entity. It's a mindset. So you must know that, your body is separate from your mind. And I just did a Rethinking Reality on why do you think you're skinny or why do you think you're fat? That's all. They're just questions. Again, mindset. Do you have a destructive mindset? And a destructive mindset could be that you're full of heavy metals, you're full of different types of poisons in your body, and that may be from your diet, it may be from your environment, it may be from just, living in the area you do, okay, your work, whatever it is. And it could be also is because, remember, destructive mindset is not taking care of the body. And if you're taking care of the body, you're looking into what you eat, you're looking into what fluids you should drink, not what soft drinks you should drink. And once in a while, if you want to have some of that bone-dissolving phosphoric acid in all the colas and different things like that, read the label. It'll say phosphoric acid in there. We use phosphoric acid to go ahead and take rust off of metal containers. How about that? It's called OSPHO. It's very destructive to the calcium in your bone. Okay, so critical thinking is to be able to really look into every department, and that's what Earth Tour Academy does. It looks into every department. Its mindset is to be able to give you a different perspective, so your mindset can ask a few more questions, or it can say, no bloody shit. Okay, so, or, I was going to say something else, but I won't. Okay, or, you're seeing another perspective from another angle, and it makes sense to you because you've never heard of this before, right? And it doesn't mean that it's true. It's just, remember, these are my truths, and my truths change from year to year only because I'm in a growth state. I'm in a catabolic state. I'm in a constructive state mindset. And constructive would mean that you'd want to build your finance, right? That's constructive. Constructive state would mean you'd want to go ahead and build maybe your body in a certain way to be able to make it stronger, faster, quicker, and even smarter. Okay, a constructive mindset never procrastinates. Procrastination, remember, is a destructive mindset. It means I'll do it tomorrow. No, do it now. Why are those dishes piled up in the sink? Why is your house filthy? Okay, well, I don't have time. Bullshit. 10 minutes every day, okay, you can take care of a lot of things. I mow 55 acres or so, and every piece of grass on that place, I mow myself. I do it a couple hours a day, just to be able to maintain order on those pastures and all the grasslands. And your body's the same way. In order for you to maintain order, you think you can just use it, just like a car and anything, not change the oil, not clean the air filters, okay? Not wash it once in a bloody while, put air in the tires? Come on, think. It's a mindset. It's a gift to have a body, no matter what body you have. Even if you got one that doesn't work good, it's still a gift. You're in this dimension, and it is the way for you to be able to see into this place. That's what it is. I look around only is because I have an avatar that lets me transcribe the matrix and lets me see certain amounts of the electromagnetic spectrum. Maybe only 2, 3, 4, 5% if you're lucky. If you're lucky. It lets me hear, okay, 20 cycles to 20,000 cycles. It doesn't let me hear the Wi-Fi, but I can hear it. It's because some people have better sensors or higher sensitive sensors. And sensors, of course, are the way you perceive the world through your central nervous system. Just the way it is. So your avatar, okay, gives you the ability to be able to navigate in this world, and your mindset gives you the ability to be able to be the person and or act like you should. Gratitude is everything. It's not attitude. Destructive mindset is an attitude mind. Everybody's out to get your ass. Now, how about just being nice to everybody? Instead of them saying hello to you, you say hello to them. Break the ice. Okay? And you'll notice that even if people look a little mean, you talk to them for a second and you have a nice tune to them, you open up them. It's because a lot of people don't really like to talk to people anymore. It's because social media stole your soul. It's made you so you can only text. You can't really, especially the younger people, you can't socialize. It's because you know how to communicate with your bloody avatar, your mouth, but you know how to do your thumbs. And just to let you know, texting is a two-dimensional form of communication, which is very low level. Two-dimensional. You're texting. No one can see you. No one can feel your emotions. And of course, brevity of my message makes you think something different. Or if I don't use the correct words, because there's millions of words to be able to pick and choose. And if I use a certain word and you hear my voice and you see me, then you'll know that word could be much different. Like, hey, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Hey, shut. It's all it is my way that I put it. Hey, shut the hell up. That's just a joke. But it gets deeper voiced. It gets more serious. But you heard my emotions, and the text will not do that. So be careful fighting with people on text about your perspectives and on what you think is true. And you can see the matrix is going full swing right now. It's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you, and that may come too. Okay? Remember, it's a mindset. Playing chess is this game on this planet. It's not playing checkers. Checkers is a simple game, and you will go ahead and have to play checkers with the rest of the people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good game. It's fun. But chess, of course, gives you options. It gives you variability in the players on what they can do. It's a multi-dimensional and, of course, multi-leveled game. It's a mindset to play chess, and it's a mindset to play checkers. Most people can't play chess because it's a complicated game. You have to memorize all of the characters, the king, the queen, the bishop, the knight, the castle, the pawns, and understand their positions, their movements, and what they can do, and strategize your mind. This is playing on Earth. This is playing in this place I call purgatory. It's heaven here and both hell at the same time. As you can see, all you have to do is, well, really look and see in your mind how many people are having a blissful time versus a suffering time. And you'll notice that, well, even if just because you have money doesn't mean that you have a blissful time. I know, I have a wealthy family. You have money, you got responsibilities, you got houses, you got things, because you know that the currency is just airy-fairy. You know that it's paper, plastic. Remember, it's a mindset. Okay, paper, plastic, or numbers. And of course, everything that's digital is just an agreement of thought. It has no tangibility. So what do? You have to have real estate. And real estate is because it's called real estate for a reason, because it's real. Remember, these are mindsets. It's real. So what do you do now? Now you're a landlord and you have to manage your real estate, pay the taxes to the king. You have to do all the things to be able to protect your wealth, because in the bank it's not protecting anything. You think it is, because if you had more, you'd go ahead and say, I need to put it into something real and physical. Okay, anyways, I'm going to the gym right now, and my mindset to go to the gym here is to work out 3 days a week, no matter what. Okay, and again, if you take care of yourself, as the Chinese proverb says, you'll take care of yourself for the first 40 years. The second 40 years, yourself, your body and mind will take care of you. Something like that. Not making fun of anybody. That's just Chinese proverb. That's the way I heard it. So, and it is true. You bet. And if it is true, well, then guess what? Start taking care of yourself. And if you're even past the 40 year, because a lot of people, they get to 40 years old and you're so out of shape. Okay, you haven't done anything but play in the world of the mind, because this is a physical world, whether you think so or not. You put your pants on this morning and that was physical. But you did think about the mindset of what I want to look today. That's different. But we do live in a physical realm here, and if you don't do physical things, guys, then you're missing out. The system here to control you wants you to do a lot of mind-oriented things. Is because you're not doing anything. You're using your mind. I'm on the computer all day. I'm listening to stuff. Instead of actually maybe putting time into yourself. And that's very important. You know, a lot of people are stretched in a lot of different ways. I understand that. But still, you have to make time for yourself. The matrix will eat you up and swallow you and spit you out and say, come back again when you're ready for me to siphon you and extract you. So, you know, watch our videos on, I did a lot of videos on what's called Spa Day. Okay, and that's when I take care of myself for the day. And it's like my vacation for the day. From laying out in the sun and catching my D3 nude, right? I'm getting my full body sun because I know what full body sun does to me. Okay, it feeds every cell in my body because our bodies, well, they like to get energized from the earth, from the air, and from the sun. Even the moon. Remember, all the energies here are here. But you can always have too much of a good thing, so you have to be careful about a lot of things. Drinking too much water, having too much salt, doing too much of anything will cause you to be destructive. So balance it out, okay? And I balance my workouts out because I'm being constructive. I'm not just working my upper body. I work my legs, my calves, my abs, okay? I do balancing. I do 3 minutes of a headstand every time I'm finished working out. I'll work my abs and I'll do a headstand for about 3 to 4 minutes with my eyes closed because I'm also training my brain for balance. Ultimate balance is to close your eyes. Just see if you can stand up and close your eyes with one leg. How about try to do a headstand? That's hard enough alone, but do a headstand with your eyes closed and feel confident on doing it because now you see with your third eye. You feel the situation instead of I'm looking at it. You have to learn how to feel. Remember, these are all different mindsets. So I'll do a video in the future here on, I've been taking afternoon naps at least 3 days a week, just for an hour and 20 minutes. 20 minutes to study this dimension, okay, of the third dimension, of course, which we're in right here. And when you go to sleep, remember, I'm going from my mind that's in beta cycle, which is a fast cycle, your brain waves, and I'm taking it down to alpha cycle, right? And I'm bringing it down slowly because I'm doing it. I'm doing this meditation while I'm actually relaxing not only my mind, but I'm studying the dimensions where I'm going. Remember, I'm going from the physical world I'm looking at right now. Everything's touch, sight, sound. And I'm going into the world of no form, which of course you call 4D, okay, the fourth dimension, or sleep. And there's a transition between the daytime beta waves, because your mind's trying to figure out this place. It's got to go ahead and always have head on a swivel. Man, this place is, remember, a weird place. You got to keep active. You watch television, you get down to alpha, more, you know, manipulational waves. It's not so much critical thinking. You get into theta. It's more of a, like you're breaking your mind down to take away the harsh of the physical reality, and you're blending now into a softer reality. You go into the delta stage. The delta stage is sleep stage, but there is, you can call the 3.5 density, which of course is is we're in the physical world and we're in the non-physical world at the same time. And I study that transition, which has been very good. Like I said, I'll do a video on that, on how I do it, the colors I see, the pictures I see, the energy I can move all over my body. Because remember, this is a training session. It's not just because I'm tired. No. Okay, this is another part of your mind, okay, to be able to go to sleep at night, and every time you lay down, after a minute or two, you could move your energy around and make electricity blow all over your face like it's popping, like someone's putting mild electrical jolts on you. So, anyways, all right, I'm going to work out, but keep a healthy mindset, because if you have a healthy mindset, okay, and that's a good mindset, that means I want to do good today. That means I'm going to take care of myself today a little better than I did yesterday. I'm not going to do that destructive thing that I know that's destructive, but for some weird reason, I still do it bloody well anyways. Watch a lot of our videos on addicting. You know, why do you think you're addicted? Could it be possible that you're addicted to food is because the parasites say so? And if you get rid of the parasites in your body, then what do you think happens to you? Then maybe you get your mind back. Yeah, that's how it works. So I know that for fact, because if you take away the yeast, mold, fungus, candida out of the body, and these are very harsh mind-controlling parasites, your mindset will not want to eat that crap that you're eating anymore, and you'll look back and say, how could I even eat all that fast food and actually feel okay from eating it? Once you get out these certain parasites, you go back to eating that stuff there, you get the biggest gut ache and feel so crappy. It's because you don't have those creatures inside you, those worms that you're feeding them, because they eat all that processed crap. And if you don't believe so, again, you're joking yourself. So just think, if you're 10 pounds plus overweight, okay, just think of it as you're 10 pounds toxic, or you have 10 pounds of yeast, mold, fungus, and candida inside you. And of course, they're hitchhiking around on you, making it harder and harder and harder for you to do anything in the physical world, is because these things have weight to them, especially when they colonize, right? So you gain 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds and try to do a pull-up, you can't, because your body's infested with all these different types of micro creatures that feed off of the fuel that you're giving them. So once you have the mindset of knowing, that's what Earth Academy is. Guys, there's lots of ways to go ahead and play this game. You just have to have the mindset that you want to bloody well do it. And if you don't have the mindset, or you have a procrastinating mind, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to start tomorrow, then that's fine, then do it. If not, after 2 or 3, 4 times that you keep procrastinating to do something better for yourself, I don't care if it's clean your house, I don't care if it's clean your skin with the vodka mineralized solution. Try it, okay? Do the sauna, try it. Do the fasting protocols if you're overweight. If you're skinny, don't do the fasting protocols, because you're already malnourished to start with. Remember, why do you think you're so skinny? It's because maybe that you are a vegan, maybe that you're eating foods that are so bio-unavailable for the things that your body needs, that your body just starting to look like you're in a concentration camp, and it's a personal concentration camp, because you're doing this to yourself. You're doing this to yourself. Remember, I got down to 127 pounds of being malnourished, okay, on the plant-based diet. I destroyed my gut, okay? It took me 2 years just to go ahead and, with saturated fats only, took away all my seed oils, all my nuts and seeds, all the things that have inflammatory things in them, because my intestine was jacked, it was inflamed. I had IBS, stools, blood in my stools. And to the average person, you're going to run to the doctor and they're going to put you on that hamster wheel. Okay, so I had to experiment with myself in many ways to be able to stop this aggression. And I know many, many people, okay, that have been on very strict vegan like I was, okay, a very strict vegetarian. I was a raw vegan, and I did have eggs. That was the only thing. I did have eggs like 3 times a week. Okay, just to be able to feed. Once I found out your brain needs cholesterol, cholesterol's the precursor to testosterone and all these different pieces, then why am I keeping my body from absorbing outside forms of cholesterol, even though my body makes cholesterol every day, over 3,000 milligrams, just to feed me. And if I don't have any, where do you think it makes it from? If I go on plant-based, which doesn't have any, remember, vitamin A, D, E, K, fat-soluble vitamins, creatinine, okay, all your K2, any androgenic means anabolic, okay, systems in plant-based foods. There are some plants that will stimulate testosterone. There are some. There are some plants that are very potent herbs, okay, for detoxification, and there are some plants that are very potent poisons, as you already know. And there are some plants that can help you with your cognitive mind. Yeah, there's a lot. But the plants that we choose to eat, especially soy, wheat, corn, okay, and all the oils associated and derivatives from those things, guys, that's just your mindset thinking that it's better for you than having, okay, the so-called diet that's going to kill you that they've been pushing, okay, and that would be eating animal products. And of course, if you eat animal products from, well, a grain-fed piece of meat, and again, watch our other videos on the last 2 Rethinking Realities. I talked about this. Grain-fed meat is destructive to you eating it. If you don't think so, guys, you're eating estrogen. Okay, grain-fed is moldy grain. None of that grain is for human consumption. It's a bunch of moldy hay, moldy crap, whatever it is. Okay, I'm lucky in Hawaii over here. The place is too poor even if they wanted to grain feed them. They don't do it. They just grass feed and that's it. And then a lot of people will buy these Hawaiian cattle and they'll bring them over to California and say it's Hawaiian beef. Yeah, it is. And then they grain fatten them up, give them a bunch of clenbuterol and different types of drugs and antibiotics and different things just so they could go ahead and get them fat and diabetic. That's what happens to them. They get diabetic. Okay, so anyways, take this off the rack there. Okay, again, time for me to go work out. And my workout's just gonna be today, I'm gonna do chest, shoulders, abs, balance headstand for 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to jump into the sauna for maybe 20 or 25 minutes. And that's one of the best, simplest ways for you to detox yourself, is to sweat that crap out of your body. And quit putting it in, of course. And if you are eating a bunch of crap, because that's all you can afford, you can go to any market and get grass-fed beef for about $5 a pound here. Maybe it's $8 a pound over in California when I go there. And you can have a 1/4 pound patty with 2 eggs, okay, and a half of avocado, and that's any better than any meal. No veggies with it, no potatoes, no carbs, no garbage with it, unless you want to use a little condiments, that's fine, okay, and that will start you on your way to healing your gut with saturated fats only. No carbohydrates. You'll break down the food. Carbohydrates, when you put them in with the protein and fat, changes a lot of things in the gut for intestinal absorption, breaking down with hydrochloric acid. Okay, a little tip of the day here is that remember, if you're drinking water with your food, let's say you're going to have dinner tonight, and you're drinking like water with your meal, you're being destructional to your digestion. Is because now your digestion, your stomach, needs a pH of 2 to break that stuff down. Yes, it does. Okay. And if you keep on putting water, sodas, sodium bicarbonate, okay, or bicarbonates like beer and all these things, and you're drinking wine and all those things, okay, if you want, all you're doing is diluting your stomach acid. So try to drink a little lemon water before you have dinner, like 15, 20 minutes before. Drink 32 ounces of water. I'm going to drink this sugar water here. It's just honey, 2 tablespoons of honey, and some water with some minerals, and a little bit of lemon sometimes I put in there. So this is going to give me explosive energy, and it's going to give me the mindset, the strength to be able to go ahead and do what I need to do in the gym. Remember, I'm going to go to the gym there not to play around. My mindset is to train and to go ahead and actually push my body, okay, because I'm in shape. And when you begin, guys, you got to push your bodies a little bit at a time, okay? Again, weekend warriors, okay, all you're doing is you're just causing yourself to say, I'm not going to work out anymore because it makes me too sore. No shit, that means that's out of shape. You just got to go through the motions at first and do sets of 20 of things, and maybe go ahead and get a trainer or whatever. Learn how to go ahead and do it. Put another chapter into your life. I'm going to start taking care of my bloody self. That's it. Okay, I'm sweating here. I got the door shut because the guy's right here. I don't want him listening. What's he saying there? Whew. It's about 84 degrees here in Hawaii. We got some real clouds going today. Look at those wires right there. If you shut those wires off, the whole city dies in a week. High voltage resonance. The whole city dies in a week. Because that's the electricity to the city. And the city, of course, keeps the people that live in the city alive. That's how it works. Yeah. And your supermarket's the same way. Without the food in the supermarkets, do you really think that you could go ahead and survive? Remember, you know how to text good. You know how to do a lot of the machine things. Okay, and I'm talking computer things, but that's not going to feed you. Remember, you have to try to make energy to try to go out and buy food, which is energy that you could be buying, well, doing yourself, or figure it out just a little better. So, anyways, it is what it is. Your mindset, so change it up. Just from now on, just go ahead and don't procrastinate, and just every day try to go ahead and catch up with your life if you feel it's behind. Because if it's behind, guys, it's destructive, because you want to keep up with you and your responsibilities. And remember, most people aren't even married. You don't even have children. You have nothing to go ahead and actually worry about except for yourselves. And if you've got a family, guys, well, I know having 3 children, that's a lot of responsibility. And it never stops. And it's a good thing, is because that's the best thing I ever did, was have children. Why not? Okay. And I know the system doesn't want you to think about having children because the mindset that they put into you. Of course you can't afford a child, and you got to fight the world about 10,000 commercials trying to take your child to the dark side with Cocoa Puffs and all these garbage cereals and sugars and ho-hos, and I'm going to turn you into a ding-dong, eat one of these, you know. Watch the Hot Pocket commercial, put it in the microwave. Okay, remember, this is the herd that follows that theme. And I'm going into the gym here, and when I go to the gym or you go to your gym, those are usually the best people in shape in the whole town. So you can go in there and working out too, but look at the people. These people are trying. Their mindset is to go ahead, and you can see most people are really working out. They're not just playing around. And I see them consistently, and I see them. They're the best shaped people that are taking care of themselves. Maybe they're not the smartest people in the world, but at least they're smart enough to take care of their bloody body in a way, because like I said, the first 40 years of your life, if you take care of it, it may take care of you the last 40, because if not, you're just going to backpedal. When you're 40, you got a belly sticking out to you're 8 months pregnant, or you're female and you've been vegetarian, vegan for 20 years, and you've lost all the storages. You're super skinny. Same with guys. Okay, you've lost all your storages of all the different types of things that your body stores. Remember, vitamin A, D, E, K, all the oil-soluble vitamins, all the things in your body, it's not there from the plants. And you can see that's why you're so skinny. So you're going to have to revamp that, as I did. Remember, for 1 year, watch my 1 year transformation. In like 4 months, I gained like 20 pounds of pure muscle because my body was so bloody malnourished. Okay, and remember, turmeric is poison. Okay, kale's poison. These are all poisons because they have oxalic acids in them. They have oxalates in them. They have different types of things that the bodies of the plants defend themselves against: yeast, mold, fungus, parasites, all different things. These are called phytoalexins. These are plant poisons, and they're built into the plant. Cabbage has 49 different pesticides that the plant makes itself. That's why you can grow cabbage really easy. You can grow spinach really easy. Any idiot can grow spinach, right? You can grow a lot of things in your garden really easy, like sorrel, mustard, any of these lettuces, because they're full of oxalates, and anything that eats them, okay, like, again, that's why they made sauerkraut, is because you have to ferment the vegetable. It removes the anti-nutrients Okay, and those are the different acids that are present, phytic acid, oxalic acids, different types of acids that are present to make it so you won't be able to absorb any minerals when you eat them if they're not fermented first. Sauerkraut is healthy for you because it's bioavailable. It's because it's already been broken down, just as the gut of an herbivore does the same exact thing. You just got to do it on your kitchen counter. Watch our videos on fermentation. I got a ton of them, okay? And you can learn how to make your own fermented vegetables instead of get ripped off for a little thing of sauerkraut for 15 bucks. It's organic. Do your own. Do your own. It's easy and simple, and plus you could make it the way you bloody like and put the real salt in it instead of, a lot of people add salt to things, and if they're using sea salt, they'll tell you. But if not, a lot of products, processed products, they'll just say salt. It's because they're just using sodium chloride, the crappiest, driest salt, which is really bad for you. It's not full of the minerals. Remember, it's just sodium chloride. 2 compounds, sodium and chloride. That's salt. That's man-made salt. Himalayan salt's the best salt I like to use because it's from a closed mine, and it's got about 80 different minerals. That's why it's pink salt. That's available. It's a balanced salt, and your body needs bloody salt to work, to make your heart so it can make electricity. I like to wear a crystal over my heart chakra because it helps my tune. It helps me amplify and energize, and that's what crystals do. So if I take it off, I feel a little empty, and I'm not as I can say charismatic. So the crystal goes ahead and makes my tune higher tuned, and if it does have dysfunction to it, that's what crystals do. That's why they put crystals in watches, right? 21 crystals in a watch. Why? Because it used to keep bloody time perfect, because the crystals make everything harmonize. And of course, you can use crystals for lasers, everything, for free energy machines. You can call them free energy, but just using ambient energy to be able to take the energy from the earth and be able to put it into something that we could use here. That's been done over and over and over and over again. They just won't let you use that type of energy because it makes you so you're not controlled. Remember, control the power, control the food, control the water, control a lot of things, and you control society. And you probably need to do that anyways. It's because most of society, remember, is not the greatest in intelligence. And most of the people that I see are very sick on psychiatric medications, all taking a lot of meds from the doctors. Okay, shame on you guys for actually giving prescriptions of Xanax and Ambien and Valium to everybody, okay, just because they can't sleep good. Remember, there's lots of things you can do to be able to change the way maybe you have insomnia. I had it for 10 years. I know, and I had to look into a lot of stuff. But taking a pill for your ill ain't gonna cut it a bit. All right, that's enough, 42 minutes. Taking a pill for your ill is stupid. Okay, and if you need to, it's only because it's an emergency, and you don't take it for more than 2 to 3 weeks maximum on anything you're taking. That's just because if not, you're going to get addicted to it. Take Xanax for a month and see what happens. Yeah, give it a try. Don't be shy. Take those antipsychotics, all those things that if you just exercise, you would balance your brain chemicals. No, I have to take a pill for my depression. Yeah, you don't have any serotonin because you're not exercising. You're just sitting on your arse all bloody day, 10, 12 hours a day. Playing with your phone, playing with your computer, watching television, the hell-o-vision. It's mind control. Get out and do something. Just get out and do something. Even if it's every time you eat, go out for a frickin' walk. Instead of going to lunch, bring a lunch with you, something that's good for you, a couple of eggs maybe, okay, organic eggs, and maybe a half avocado with some salt, and drink water before you eat. And after that, you don't have any water for another hour, at least, hour and a half, if you can. So you don't dilute the stomach acid, so you'll get 100% bioavailable absorption that'll give you energy and make you feel good. And if you eat a bunch of shit, bunch of crap, okay, a bunch of synthetic food, then you're going to be what you are when you eat that crap, okay? That's what. So if you've been tricked by the system, because the system's tricking you, and of course, you must look into the trick, right? And reverse the trick and just exchange it. No one says you can stop doing this, just change it up and replace this for this. Upgrade, enhance, and optimize. That's a theme, a meme of Earth Academy. And there's lots of pieces to be able to upgrade, enhance, and optimize. That's all. Okay, enough. I'm going to work out. Aloha. Again, what a beautiful day. Whew.